came off. In his place, Jordan Knight. So this one shot right near post. Caught Devin Getty off guard. It's 2-2. My goodness. All the Capitanos. Now Lopez making that run. Back to Skachenko. Skachenko cuts back. Skachenko! 3-2. Roca. Back into Jamfi. Jamfi cuts back. That one finds its way to Rincon, and that one goes in. All equal. 3-3. Skachenko already got two tonight. Almost goes down on his right foot. Oh, a save by Salerno is huge. Jamfi steps up, and this one is buried. It's first one converted here for the Crew. Cone steps up, and a save, a huge save from Devin Getty. Skachenko steps up, and this one's saved by Salerno. Devin Getty. Maida puts that one right up the middle. Columbus Crew steps up, stutters, and that one goes in, and Devin Getty is questioning whether... Oh, that's a save by Salerno. A big save. They convert here. Columbus Crew moves on to the quarterfinals. Roca. Stutters. Save by Devin Getty. Lopez stands. Salerno makes the save and sends the Columbus Crew on to the quarterfinals. Hello, everybody, and welcome into Lower.com Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It is the UPSL National Quarterfinals. It is the Columbus Crew Academy versus OLAFC, and you're watching it live on YouTube. Jonathan Turner alongside my broadcast partner Nathan Wangler as we bring you into our press box, and we have a good one on tap here today. As Nathan, we talk about this. This is a good matchup against a team in Columbus Crew, their first time in this position, it being their first time in the UPSL this season. OLAFC making their first time to a quarterfinal as well.
It's two brand new teams getting a look at each other inside one of the best soccer facilities in the country. You know, it's interesting when you look at these two squads. We just saw the Crew their last time out, some of the highlights from that game. Being able to down a team like Chicago Nation to get to this point shows that they have depth and they have a lot of players that they can rely on to help them moving forward, because if you remember last year, that Chicago Nation FC team made a really deep run into the same exact playoffs, got to the Final Four. They were a really good and solid program, so the Crew were able to come out last time out, put together a solid attack and get that win. But both of these two teams looking to break ground in this tournament this year.
Columbus Crew coming in 12-2 overall. They finished the Ohio Conference 8-2, and OLAFC, they were 11-3-1, 6-1-3 in their conference in the New England. So a really, really good matchup here as we will get ready here for this matchup. We're at Lower.com Stadium where the Columbus Crew just won the 2023 MLS Cup here just on Saturday with a 2-1 victory over the LA Force. Can the Columbus Crew Academy, can they make their way to a national semifinal in Irvine, California, or will it be OLAFC? We'll find out here when we come back from this break.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Lo que me gusta de cricket es la velocidad del internet y su precio económico.
Una red 5G es música para mis oídos. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Hi, my name is Paul Caligiuri, National Soccer Hall of Famer. I'm here today with Sportsy, the official training app of the UPSL. Download the app today and take your game to the next level.
Los
que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Tengo un equipo para mis redes sociales y todos creando contenido con cricket.
5G para empezar la fiesta. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Sports performance data are everywhere. Knowing how to use that data is the key to a competitive advantage. That's why we developed StatLink. StatLink software turns your data into the information you need to improve team and player performance. Assess player ability, track progress, or discover the perfect lineup, all from your phone or iPad. StatLink. Know your team. Official stats provider of the UPSL.
Here at VEO, we believe that sport plays an important part in our world and our societies. Technology can amplify sport's positive impact, and our mission is to make sports technology accessible to all.
Welcome back into Lower.com Stadium, Columbus, Ohio, the place to be here on this Monday evening. It's Monday, so what better time to have soccer than 5 p.m. Eastern on a Monday night, a national quarterfinal as the Columbus Crew Academy welcoming an OAFC from Asonia, Connecticut. That's right, Asonia, Connecticut. And let's talk about this OAFC side from the New England Conference. Played 15 games, 11-1-3. Overall this season. Finished 6-3-1 in that conference, which was good for third. They beat the New York Renegades to make it here 3-1. They've scored 41 goals, allowed 9. They've had 8 shutouts along the way. So a really, really good start for them. You know, they only allowed 4 goals during the regular season. So they've done a pretty good job of keeping teams off the board. They have allowed 5 during this playoff stretch. But let's take a look here now at the Columbus Crew Academy, the third tier here of the Columbus Crew. As you see there on your screen, they finished the season 8-2-0, 12-2-0. They have no ties, 2 losses. They finished second in the Ohio Conference. They beat Chicago Nation in PKs, as you mentioned there, Nathan. They won in penalties against the team that finished third in the nation in the spring. And they've scored 49 goals and allowed 17 during this season. 5 shutouts of their own. They only had to travel 5 miles to get here by car, about an 8-minute drive. Meanwhile, from Ansonia, Connecticut, that's a 611-mile trip, 9 hours, 2 minutes, or a 1 hour and 57-minute flight. I don't know if you knew that or not. Hop on a plane, 2 hours and be here. They took a bus, and they said it took a little longer than about 17 hours in total with stoppage and everything. So, but hey, that's a good look there at both these teams. Let's talk weather. 36 degrees here Fahrenheit, winds 7 miles an hour. There is no precipitation in the forecast. The only thing that could affect play here tonight would be the confetti from this past Saturday, which we can still see on the field from the MLS Cup championship here on Saturday, where Columbus Crew, the MLS side, won their matchup 2-1 over the LA Force to claim their third MLS Cup in club history, the first time here in Lower.com Stadium.
Yeah, and what a moment it was. And we still see the confetti, as you mentioned, Jonathan, just kind of scattered all over the field. They had vacuums and leaf blowers and everything else to try and get it off. And, well, they got the majority of it. I don't really see it interacting with the players at all or causing any sort of havoc. But just another great moment for this program and this institution. And obviously, I think it shows the fact that not only are you winning an MLS Cup, but your academy teams are also advancing deep into the playoffs, too. So what that shows me is that player development is in the right spot right now for Columbus. So not only are you developing your players right, you also have a gorgeous facility here in the brand new Lower.com Stadium, but fresh off of a new championship, it's only up from here.
That it is. You're taking a look at the current national bracket for the finals here for the fall. Again, they take place, the championships take place in Irvine, California, February 2nd through the 4th. We'll talk about that tonight throughout this match. The Columbus Crew and OLAFC are the only two teams playing here to finish out 2023. The other teams that are still in this, fighting for a chance to play the national finals, will actually play their games based on the fact that they have better weather than the Midwest. They'll play their games in January. So we'll talk about that here again throughout the rest of this broadcast, but there's a look at the national bracket. Hey, we're going to step aside here for a few more breaks. When we come back here, we'll get the walk-on, the national anthem, starting 11s, and get ready for this national quarterfinal. And you're watching it all right here on YouTube.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Lo que me gusta de cricket es la velocidad del internet y su precio económico.
Una red 5G es música para mis oídos. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Hi, my name is Paul Caligiuri, National Soccer Hall of Famer. I'm here today with Sportsy, the official training app of the UPSL. Download the app today and take your game to the next level.
Welcome back here into Lower.com Stadium, where the walkout just about to take place here in just about 10 seconds. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wangler here tonight on the call. We're excited to have you along for the ride tonight. Your first time stopping by on the UPSL YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. It's that way, your way of showing the UPSL how much you appreciate what is going on here tonight and throughout much of the seasons. Remember, the UPSL, the largest men's amateur league in the country. Over 400 teams across this great country. And you're looking there as the players will about to come out of their respective locker rooms and into the tunnel. And we'll have that walk-on here in just a moment. And Nathan, if we continue to talk about this matchup here, it's going to be a good one. I mean, we saw a Columbus Crew team that went in, in historic Columbus Crew Stadium here back a few weeks back on the 16th of November, beating a very, very experienced and successful Chicago Nation side that's been to many quarterfinals in their history, as well as championship runs. So they've got a task here tonight.
Well, and it's, the thing is it's kind of a mystery, too, and I think that creates a little bit of anxiety maybe for the Columbus Crew, the fact that they're facing off against this Ole FC team, not only in their first season, but also for the first time as a program, and they have depth, too, and that's the other thing we talked about that Columbus has, but, they have just as much of it. Kipre Sacre with 8 goals, Edgar Creye so far as 8 of them so far this year, so both of those two have kind of been leading the offense. You also got Messi Casillo who has 5, Lucas F. Silva who has 5 as well right behind them, so they got a bunch of different scorers they can go to, but it's an exciting opportunity to play a team that you're maybe not familiar with, but at the same exact time kind of creates a little bit of anxiety, the fact that you haven't seen them before, but it is a reality. They are now just a handful of wins away from not only winning a championship at this level, but also at the top level at the MLS as well, so it's all right in front of them.
There's no question. Let's talk starting 11s here for the Ole FC. In goal, Abraham. They're a bunch of Brazilians, and they love going by one name only. So that's fantastic. We love that. And in number 2, Shaq. Number 3, Arthur. Kaun, Rilwan, Sidibe, Edgar, Mateus. Messi, is not the Messi that you were accustomed to. Zachary and Leo Dutra will round out the 11 for Ole FC, as now referees are getting ready to line the players up. Someone just saying in the comments section, Leo Dutra is the best. So that's fantastic.
All right.
As let's talk Columbus Crew. In goal tonight here, Nathan Salerno, who had some big saves in overtime and in the penalty shootout for the Crew. Diego Almeida, Jordan Knight, Nicholas Rincon, who scored a huge goal in the second overtime, Jackson Lindemore, Brent Jamfi, Owen Presas, Christopher Rogers, Mohamed Saad, Phoenix Wooden, and Cole Mroka are all in the 11 here tonight for the Crew. And for how much this match, we'll talk about those players. And hey, get your comments in. We want to hear from you. This is an opportunity to be a part of the broadcast. So keep your comments clean. And we promise we'll try our best to get them in here throughout tonight's match. Just music here starting to pick up. We are going to kind of bring in the music in the crowd, the ambiance of the stadium here with the walkout here in just a moment. Nathan, you excited, man?
I very much so. The thing I'm looking forward to, too, you got Nathan Salerno in goal for the Columbus Crew. One of these things that, Columbus has done really well is they've developed their goalies, and I feel like there's no better example than Patrick Schulte, the goaltender for the Columbus Crew at the top level. He's the youngest goaltender in the history of the league to win an MLS Cup championship in that 4-1 win over St. Louis SC. Or rather, in that MLS title game that was just a few nights ago. So, the fact is that they've been able to secure and develop a lot of great goaltenders. So I'll be looking forward to seeing how Salerno performs here tonight. They're going to need, obviously, a big game out of him in order to win it. But just kind of an interesting little tidbit there, and we'll see how Salerno performs.
Someone did ask us to talk about the differences in the levels between the UPSL. We can talk about that. But let's watch here as the players making their way in now here onto the field. Columbus Crew in their yellow and black home kits. Ole FC in the white kits. Referees tonight, the third crew on the pitch in the all red kits.
Lower.com field for today's UPSL National Quarterfinals match between the Columbus Crew Academy and OLAFC Connecticut. Now, please rise if you are able, remove your hats, and join us in the playing of the U.S. National Anthem.
There will be no other announcements, and we'll be underway here just a moment. I take that back. They are going to do starting 11s. All right.
Kelvin Jones. He's assisted by George Gonzalez. And now, the starting 11 for your Crew Academy. At defender, number 33, your captain, Jackson Lindemore. At goalkeeper, number 51, Nathan Salerno. At defender, number 46, Chris Rogers. At defender, number 13, Diego Almeida. At midfield, number 45, Owen Preston. At midfield, number 48, Phoenix Wooten. At midfield, number 56, Cole Maronga. At midfield, number 19, Jordan Knight. At forward, number 30, Nico Rincon. At forward, number 42, Brent Adegiambe. At forward, number 47, Mo Sa. Let's go, Crew!
And there are the starters for the Columbus Crew, and we are just moments away from the national quarterfinals. Jonathan Turner alongside Nathan Wangler making his UPSL debut here this afternoon. It's right, still afternoon, it's 5 p.m. I'm going to say 5
We've
p.m.
been at it for a while.
OLAFC will have the ball to start this game in the white kits. Going left to right on your screen, the Columbus Crew will be in their yellow and black, going right to left. Salerno in goal for the Crew. Abraham in goal for OLAFC, and we are underway from Lower.com Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Both these teams playing for a chance for the national semifinals and finals in Irvine, California. A through ball makes its way to Abraham. Just like that, an opportunity right away. A big field here, one of the best fields that these players are probably ever going to play on, in all grass.
That's kind of interesting. Before the game, we all went down field level and we all took out our cameras and we were taking pictures and videos. We were standing right alongside the players that are playing in front of us here tonight, taking those same pictures and videos, so they were kind of taking the moment in.
Giveaway, that's now Emroka. Pretzis. Back into Precis. Looks to put this in back post. We'll flick on that from the center back, and they'll make their way up. That's Dutra on that far side as it's knocked out. Must be a winner here tonight. It's win or go home. We won't talk about what happens at the end of regulation if things are still tied. We'll get to that maybe later. And if you're first time stopping by, hit that subscribe button, like us, share this with your friends and family. It's a good ball over the top. Looking for real one, and that's good work defensively by Christopher Rogers. Precis puts this one inside, and that will go all the way back now to Salerno. On that far side, Jordan Knight. Jordan Knight has phenomenal speed. We saw that in that last matchup against Chicago Nation. Just when he came on, he was like being fired out of a cannon. Chicago Nation really had a hard time. He just could not find the back of the net in that matchup. Nathan and I traveled here earlier this morning. We made a 3-hour trek from just outside of Detroit, Michigan to make our way here to cover this game for you. And, you know, we talk about, you know, the traveling, right? We traveled about 185 miles. Ole FC, they traveled 611. Columbus obviously didn't get the raw end of the stick in this one. They had to travel 5 miles. They trained down at the Columbus Crew Historic Field along with the training grounds there. Fantastic training grounds for Columbus. Now Rincon. And Roca. Well, that one's going to hit the referee. One of the rules I don't like. You know, it used to be hit the referee, just keep playing. Now it stops. You know, I'm just not a big fan of that rule at all.
I think that just the last thing you want to do is allow the ref to affect the flow of the game. And I think one of those things is if it hits the ref, obviously it's going to change direction. So it very well can be. So may as well just stop and restart. You were talking about the facility here, though, in Columbus. Gorgeous. I mean, you can tell it's brand new, the way they constructed it. I love the overhang, and it does a pretty good job of keeping all the sound in, which can kind of rattle the road teams whenever you play them. Obviously a little bit more empty today for this one, but just a great design. Obviously some pretty good facilities.
Good ball thrown in. That's actually going to hit off the arm of Ole FC. They'll play quick. Something you're going to see out of Columbus is they play real quick, but they're also very patient in their attack. They're going to build up. They're going to work the ball around. They're going to possess, and then they're going to come at you, and they're going to try and pick your defense apart. We saw that against Chicago Nation. Man, for the first 20 minutes of that game, you would have thought that Columbus would have ran away with that one. But somehow Chicago Nation found a way to be able to just manage the attack throughout much of the second part of that first half and throughout the rest of the game. But if you watch the first 20 minutes, it looked as though it could go either way.
It was a big reason why Chicago Nation was able to make the run that they did last year. Just a scrappy team, a scrappy bunch. But Columbus has done the one thing you need to do, and that's know how to finish games. Certainly they did there.
Work on that far side. Almeida loses the ball, and now it's Dutra. That's going to go out for the first corner of the night here for either side. So we're going to see Edgar come over and take it. Mentioned Ole FC from Ansonia, Connecticut, also referred to as Copper City. Did you know that, Nathan?
Yeah, I was taking a look at
copper, brass, rubber, and plastics, among other manufacturing industries. It was the home of the well-known Ansonia Clock Company and the birthplace of the Revolutionary War Colonel David Humphreys. So I did not know that as well, but when I did some research on them here earlier this week, really, really cool. All played in. That one actually off a Columbus Crew defender. Kept on, though. Jamfield did not keep it on, and that one will go out. They're actually going to say it last touched off of Ole FC.
And that's quite the trip for Ole FC to come all the way out here. You're talking about travel a little bit, 9 hours and 2 minutes, but with how expansive this league is and how many teams there are. I imagine there's a few road trips in there that might be just a hair longer than that, depending, but I think they're used to it. Should be by now.
Especially to the national finals, right? And we'll talk about the location here in a minute. And I know that when we talk with the UPSL specifically about that location out in Irvine, California at Championship Field, that there's they love that complex, and it's a great location for these championships. We were at Leesburg, Virginia for the national finals in the spring. We've been to historic Columbus Crew for the finals as well. They're great locations, but there's something about out there, the weather. You're never going to have that weather factor in a place in California for the most part, right? You start getting out here in the Midwest and the East Coast, you might deal with rain. We've dealt with that many times, so we actually lost power in our last broadcast in the national championships due to a heavy rainstorm that came through that ended up shortening out our power. But that's a great location in Irvine, California, and we'll talk about that and more about that here throughout the match tonight as this ball played. Good defensive work by Prethis, and he'll go down. No foul call.
Wow.
Now here comes Messi. So that's Dutra, I apologize. Oh, tied up as comment coming in. Who are these guys? Calling the game. They sound better than the MLS broadcasters. Go Crew. Appreciate that.
Saw Phoenix Wooten that time just kind of reach out and grab that back arm and pull him down to the ground. Would have been an open opportunity had he snuck by, but just have to do what you have to do in that instance.
You're seeing good, patient ball move from both sides here to start this match. Ball inside of Mateus. Switches.
You're talking about the facility out in California, though. It's where it all started, but obviously bringing it back to the Midwest, playing in this facility here today. And Ohio's got a couple of them. They got this one here in Columbus, also FC Cincinnati. It's a really nice place to play, too. That's a gorgeous stadium.
Good work there from Salerno as he right up the middle. Rogers is looking for Mohamed Saad, a Michigan Wolves product. That was Wooten just played that ball, and now here comes Ole.
Yet again.
Is Siddiby. We might see a yellow card here. And again, like this, cautions, yellow cards are a premium. You don't want to give one up too early here. Those cards need to mean something, especially later in the match. Don't want to have the team play down a man, especially when you start talking about amateur soccer, where sometimes, and a lot of times, not sometimes, a lot of times teams and players have a hard time with discipline, keeping their cool, right? And you don't want to see that happen in an environment like this. Messi runs onto that ball. Good cutback. This one played inside for Dutra on that one. Headed away. Good work at the end there to get a head on that.
Well, defensively, you don't want to be out of position, too, if you're the Columbus Crew. That's a couple of times now that Phoenix Wooten has just been caught off guard and has had to kind of chase up and drag somebody down. So almost a great cross on that opportunity. You can see Ole FC starting to find little bits, little cracks in the defense of Columbus here early in this one.
That was Christopher Rogers that got a head on that. It was headed towards Dutra. Be thrown in by Rilouan. The long throw into the box. That one will make its way back post as that was Jackson Lindemore. That was there for the Crew. So 10 minutes into this one, you're watching the national quarterfinals live on YouTube. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wengler on the call. Messi once again. One in for Dutra. Good work defensive by Lindmore. Got to get it out. So they'll reset, and Ole FC continues their pressure. Oh, good ball into Messi. He is on. Messi puts it in, slots, looking for Edgar. Intercepted by Jordan Knight. Well, that's another stick. Jordan Knight trying to dribble out of pressure there. Got to do a better job. Siddiby. Inside Zachary. Now Shaq. hard tackle. Real one actually takes that one off Rincon, though they're going to say that last touch off Rillawan.
And that was a great slide tackle that time against Rincon. Sends him down to the ground, and a little sore after that one. Thing about playing in a cold environment, it hurts a little bit more. The stingers sting a little bit more than what they usually do, but it's soccer in the Midwest, especially around this time.
All played back. So I'm going to ask a question about the different divisions of the UPSL. There's the Premier Division, which you're watching right now. This is the top tier of the UPSL. You've got Division 1, which is designed to be more of a feeder for the Premier Division, right? Having a chance to climb the ranks a little bit, giving teams an opportunity to get their feet wet. It's not as much of a commitment maybe for the player at that level, and maybe even an investment from the team standpoint. Then you've got the women's side. Women, they have their own league now, which is fantastic. That's growing across the country. And then there's the Academy boys side, which is a newer part of this UPSL league. We'll talk about that in a second. As Messi, all dispossessed. Good work there from Knight defensively. Giovanna Rayo's got $100 on Columbus. All right.
With who?
Is that a DraftKings bet or?
I know Vegas had a line.
Edgar, good work from Precious, but he puts it right to Messi. Messi settles it down, cuts back. Messi, he'll put one just past that far post. Solano got a touch on it, but a good look from Messi. Nathan, I've always wanted to say Messi in a broadcast.
Messi! Nearly had an opportunity there. Great job handling that, settling that ball down that he got. That was a screamer right to him, able to settle it down, work his way back to the middle. And as you mentioned, just punched that one a little wide, but it looks like it touched off of a Columbus player on its way in. So not only that, they get another corner kick out of it. They're second so far in this early game.
Salerno is the one that got a touch. He made a good save there. I'm not sure if it was going to make it in or not, but he got a good enough touch to push it wide. So Messi will put this one back in for the second time. This one goes right towards that near post. Kind of skipped around. And then a one-time crack, and that one goes up and over from Zachary. They're going to say Salerno got another touch. Adam Miller, his name is really Messi.
Well, that was a great approach, too, on the rebound, too. Steps up, strikes, it does Sacre. Trying to add to that lead. Again, he's tied for the goal lead and just nearly over the top, too. That was a boot, but just literally took 2 steps, put the foot into it, kind of like a kicker kicking an extra point in a football game. This is the other kind of football, but Sacre nearly went top shelf with it. That was a great strike.
This one being put back in. Oh, at top of the 18, that's a half volley. It's a volley right there. Sacre once again trying. Now look at this. Numbers for Columbus Crew. Jordan Knight pushes it out wide. Was Jamfi. Now Roca. Back inside. Rincon. One back. So Edgar. Oh, look at this. Finding his way to Dutra. Dutra's got space. Actually, that's Messi. I apologize. Messi puts this one in. He switched positions on me.
Yeah, I like the idea to try and work that one back to the middle, too. Had it on his left. That's obviously not his strong leg. Could have gone with the right, but that's a tight window to try and fit it through. Just tried to go with the one-timer, but obviously couldn't find his man in the middle.
Good switch this near side to Shaq. Edgar. They're out wide. Messi now looking for Dutra. No, back to Edgar. Edgar will fire one that goes just wide. So, I mean, you're seeing this continued pressure here from OAFC.
Great feed, good anticipation. Look at this. Not even a thought. 1-2, right back to him. Gives it up, gets it back, nearly puts it in. That's an excellent pass and an excellent spot. Good anticipation, too, by Edgar not to be offsides on that one.
Something you're going to see a lot out of Columbus is they're going to continue to play short. Yeah, you can't be inside the 18 on a goal kick. That's
it's right there.
It's a new rule.
It's pushing the buttons.
It's only a couple years old, man, you know. Oh, look at this. Now Lindemore will play, looking for Rincon. You're seeing some high press right now out of OLAFC. Going to really challenge his back line of the Crew, make them uncomfortable.
They're really hoping Nicholas Rincon, at least for Columbus, can step up and have an impact today. He's had 4 goals, but started as just a 16-year-old rookie last year in North Carolina before signing with this Crew team. But they say energy, athleticism, and smarts, all those things kind of define his game.
Lindemore right up the middle. That ball given away. Got to be extremely careful. You can't give away in the middle of the park. Dutra, I apologize. And that one will be deflected. And it's going to go out for another corner, the 4th corner of the night. Columbus really hasn't had the ability to really build the way they want to. And, you know, you can play the transitional game all day long if you want, you know, Nathan, but the reality is at some point in time, they're going to have to find a way to move the ball past the midfield and create some chances.
You can take some deep lobs if you need to, but right now one team's just moving the ball far better than the other.
Ball played into the 18 and knocked up. You see 2 players from the Crew kind of run towards it. A little back heel out of Arthur. Roca will play back, and they're going to look to build on the back again. And they find a way, and they got plenty of space in front of them as Rincon can go. Presses, looking for Rincon.
Everything just kind of seems slow and methodical right now for Columbus. It's not fast. They're not rushing anything. It's still a scoreless game, so nothing really to worry about from that end. But to that degree, it does feel like the pitch, if you will, is tilted a little bit in one direction.
All played up. That one almost went over out of the back line of OLAFC. You know, with that name, you have to almost go Ole, you know, and really kind of let it go. But I feel like that would be like too much excitement for one side.
Let it all hang loose.
This Knight plays this inside, looking for Mohamed Saad. Jamfi, a really, really good player.
Mohamed Saad, a Michigan kid. Talked about that a little bit on our way down here today.
So Lindemore. Back to Salerno. Reaching the 20-minute mark here of this first half. And obviously what you like to see here too is you'd like to see like 20,802 fans like we did against LA Force on Saturday. They are going to have their parade tomorrow here in Columbus up Nationwide Avenue. This ball will go out. And they will, I think it starts at noon. It'll work its way around the stadium. They'll have some fun in the plaza, celebrating their victory, their 3rd championship in history. We had a chance to walk by, you know, in the West Lobby here at Laura.com Stadium, see all the trophies that they have earned in their history. Look at this. Messi will make his way. He's got Edgar in space. Edgar will go down. I wouldn't call that. No call from the referee. Good no call.
And they had some of the trophies up front right as we walked in. The 2008 MLS Cup, took a couple pictures with that one. But as you mentioned, that's their 3rd in the team's history and 3rd since 2008. So really in the last couple of decades, the Columbus Crew have really become one of those teams that routinely is pretty successful in the MLS. At least they're always in the discussion.
Now here come the Crew just over midfield. Maida. Asking which team is better. You it's a difficult question to ask.
We're trying to figure that out. We still got some game time left.
Both teams are right through the 5-hole. I know it's not hockey, but nutmeg. I know we talk about that, but right through the legs of Sakurai. Phoenix Wooden looking inside there for Saad, and it's too much pace and running out of real estate. You could talk about statistics, right? Both teams, Columbus Crew 49 goals. OLAFC 41 goals against, 17 for the Crew, 9 against for OLAFC. Plus 32, plus 32. I mean, they're both have the exact same differential. You talk about shutouts. OLAFC has 8. Crew have 5. I mean, both these teams are really good. I think the scoreline at the end will tell us who's better.
Normally,
at least on today's game, right?
Yeah, right. Well, normally to answer that question, you can look at history of the matchup, exactly how the previous games have shaken out. Did they play each other earlier in the season? The answer to all of those questions, at least right now, is no, they haven't. So two brand new teams in terms of face time with each other. So we got a lot to figure out the next half and the rest of this half too.
Shout out to our producer Sam Fisher, doing a fantastic job. Camera operators both Nathan and DeAndre as this ball played in from Rilwan.
We got Nate and we got Nathan today, or we got Nathan 1 and Nathan 2, and it's perpetually confused.
Yeah, I told you what Estonia was known for. Let's talk about Columbus. Columbus is most famous for having a vibe that's young, hip, and innovative. Thanks to an innovative arts scene and booming tech industry, Ohio State campus is also home to one of the largest college campuses in the country, which is packed with energy and creativity year-round. That school. It's the University of Michigan. And Ohio State University. Home of the Buckeyes.
You forgot a part. It's
not Buckies.
It's the Ohio
Buckeyes.
State. They have it on all their buildings. You got to make sure you say it.
Earlier, you didn't see it, but our very own Nathan Wengler is wearing a very spirited hat here today in Columbus. We know where his heart is with
my butter-themed hat. It's warm and cozy, that's why.
Jamfi will play that back, and we'll shove there, but nothing doing is Almeida.
Columbus has a lot of great things going, though. Obviously, this stadium is beautiful. Kind of awestruck when we got the opportunity to go down there. And despite my feelings, rivalry, all that, I hear the shoe is pretty cool to watch a game in, too. So Columbus has a lot going on, but on that one Saturday in November, no nice things to say. Fortunately, that Saturday has passed, though.
Ball finds his way to Rincon. Rincon now. Precious. Well, down goes Rilwan, but now Dutra. Finding Edgar. He's got Messi out wide. Messi's got space. Lindemore to defend. Good work by Lindemore. But Messi gets it back. Messi cuts into the 18. Messi keeps going. Messi falls down. Referee will say keep going. Both players got tied up. I'm okay with that one. And a no call. There is no VAR here today, so they can't come. Well, they could come to us. I don't know how much I'd be able to help them.
Well, maybe not us, but Sam. I think Sam's the one that makes the ultimate decision here. So maybe we can get another look at it here momentarily. It didn't look egregious, though. I'll certainly give you that.
You're going to got to earn it, I mean, hey, I know a shot was called on Saturday in the MLS Cup for the Columbus Crew. A handling inside the box. The player's arm was up over his head. You don't. In those moments, you're gonna call those ones. I don't care what year it is, what part of the year it is. If it's that obvious, you got to call it. Obviously, VAR held it up, and so that was what gave Columbus Crew a 1-0 lead. One back now. OAFC. All on that far side. Ball put in, looking towards Dutra, headed by Rogers. Ball falls to Edgar, though, on his chest. Kind of poked away. Now Rincon.
You see the frustration from Rincon as he's handling the ball up the field there, kind of looking around, throws his hands up by his side, goes, I don't really have a whole lot of help anywhere.
Oh, look at this. Rincon wins it back. Inside. Good work by Saad. Saad goes down. They're going to call foul. This is my second time in this stadium up on this level, and I'll tell you, you know, being able to watch a game from here at this level, it's just something really, really cool. If you've never done it before, I would tell you to go try and do it, but you'd have to be in the press and the media to get access to where we are. But it is to watch a game from here and knowing just 2 doors down is where they called the game on Saturday. We're actually in the booth where the Spanish side, Fox Deportes, actually called the game. And next to us is where Apple was. So it's just really, really cool to be in, in this stadium, in this environment. I know these players, they're all taking photos before the game as well, Nathan, and getting a chance to getting a feel for what it's like to play on one of the best pitches that they probably will ever play on in their entire careers. Maybe not these guys on the Crew side or even on the Ole side. There might be a chance these guys can play at the next level. That's why they play this game, right? An opportunity to go on to the next level as we are in the 28th minute. 0-0 here in Lower.com Stadium. Ball inside to Jampy. Oh, he slips. Tries to regain. He'll not get it back. And now Edgar and OAFC make their way up the pitch. Edgar, he's got Messi wide open. Messi finds the ball on his left. Cuts. This one shot near post off Salerno out for a corner.
I feel like that's a couple of times now. Messi's been in a prime area where he could have taken a shot on goal. Right when you get it on your foot there, send it. I understand maybe defensively they're kind of right in his face. That was a good job retreating back and being in a good spot to stop a potential shot on goal. But you got to get that one off your foot quickly.
I know a lot of times players are just kind of waiting to get that perfect shot off, and you just got to take a shot. As this one comes in from Messi, goes over everybody, and
generally good things happen when you send the ball on goal.
Always look at that as Saad goes down. Hard foul. Referee will have a few words. Yellow card coming out. So there's the first yellow card of the afternoon.
Yellow card caution has been issued to Ole FC, number 3.
So Arthur got a yellow card here. Yellow card coming in the 30th minute. Back underway. This one played over the top by Lindmore, looking for Jamfi. Backline under pressure. Good work to get out of that. Kaun up the middle there to Sacre. Game is starting to settle down a little bit. You're seeing less opportunities really out of OLAFC compared to what we saw in those first 20 minutes. Game of chess here.
And maybe that's what it is. You know, maybe Columbus just trying to wear them out. Let them kind of run themselves down a little bit. Use that same methodical approach that we've seen since the beginning to open things up and get your best opportunities a little bit later.
So Rilwan will throw this one in. Watching this game here today from Lower.com Field. It was built and opened in July of 2021, a capacity of 20,371, except for this weekend it was 20,802, so they plus 500 or so. Grass surface, it was built for $314 million.
Wow.
It broke ground in October of 2019. The field size is 115 by 75 yards. So
I think one of the things you can judge a stadium off too is, do you have any obstructed views? Is there a bad seat in the house? And I remember walking around down on the field. I don't really think there is, at least from just looking from where we are. So talking about how big of a crowd that was yesterday. It should be a fun parade tomorrow.
Ooh, ball over the top from Messi to Dutra. Presses back to Salerno. And you just have to be the confidence that you have to play that right up the middle like that. I'm not saying that, you watch the higher levels. You might not have a high of a press. You might not have the midfield that you're going to see. Look at this ball, if you can get there. And Roca was almost there. But, just the confidence for Salerno to play that up. These are, a lot of these kids are kids. They're 17, 18, 16 years old. That's a hard foul, and we're going to see a yellow card for sure. That's going to be on Mateus. That's one way to slow a team down, is to, stop them like that. As we're 13 minutes away here from the end of this first half. But again, just you talk about that. You're a lot of these players that they're playing against are going to be late. Because again, you think about this. These might not be college kids, right? And what I mean by that is that when you start talking about the fall season, a lot of these kids who play during the summer are college kids in the UPSL and the USL League Twos of the world, right? And they go back to college in the fall. They don't play. So you have to rely on your experienced players who have graduated college, who are no longer playing at the collegiate level. And they're the ones that are going to fill your roster now for the academy side for Columbus Crew. These kids are in their full-time academy. So these are teenagers playing up against a lot of older players here on this pitch today. Ball inside. That's Saad. He turns, finds Jamfi. Jamfi looking for Knight. Oh, that one's offsides. So good idea, though. It's actually the first offsides of the day.
Yeah, and there's good and bad that comes with both of that, as you were talking about. I mean, experience is huge, especially when you talk about postseason play with keeping your cool and not committing, silly fouls or mistakes. But oddly enough, Ole FC has been the team to have 2 yellow cards so far in this one. Columbus on the other end playing a pretty disciplined brand of soccer.
All played up well over midfield. And Roca cannot settle it down as that one goes out on that far side. Ball inside Edgar. And Roca looking for Saad, and Abraham will call for it. Aside from a couple opportunities that Ole had in really the first 15 minutes of this game, it's been a pretty quiet game here for the last 20 minutes. That's a byproduct of a game where teams want to be conservative sometimes in their approach. They want to make it to the next level, right, with a chance to play for a championship in Irvine. Sometimes you'll see that in matches like this where things really kind of calm down a little bit, especially getting towards the latter end of a half. Hopefully we'll see an uptick in energy in the second half. Ball dropped to Messi. Messi now. He has it just outside the 18. Messi on his right foot. Messi! That one goes just wide. I'll tell you this right now, if Messi scores a goal today, that highlight reel that I'll be adding to my reel, I mean, I'm gonna send that off.
It's going right to the demo reel. Man, and he's had more than a few opportunities, too, able to work it back to his right foot that time and just nearly missed the post. He's already got 5 of them, looking to add number 6.
Messi gets it back, plays this inside for Sakare, and that one will go out for a goal kick. You're going to keep giving Messi clear looks like that. It's bound to happen, right?
Well, clearly, he's got the strength in the foot. It's just he has to get it back to his right foot. Obviously, clearly, that's the foot he's comfortable with. It's been along the right side, on the near side towards us. He's been getting the ball a lot, so he's had to work it back to his left. But now, over on the left, he's able to work it back to his right. So I think that's the position he wants to be in. You want to try and get him those same exact opportunities that he just saw a moment ago.
504 of you watching from around the world, wherever that might be. We're here at Lower.com in Columbus, Ohio. Glad you're watching from wherever you are here tonight as this ball played up towards Saad. Saad one-on-one goes down and no call. I don't know.
Ouch.
That one, of the ones we've seen so far, that was,
man,
the closest one.
There's letting him play, and then there's I don't know where my whistle is.
And Messi, out comes Salerno. He'll come over and pick it up. A good look, though, from Saad getting to the box.
Let's see what we got right here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe he made a meal out of it, you know.
Maybe.
If only we had like 30 more cameras to get different angles. You know, right? Like they do.
We'll get there.
Well, we will, as Preface dispossessed, and this one played up, but right to Rogers.
Yeah, just really taking their time.
Something we've talked about, you know, you're gonna, you know, this is, you know, when you start talking about the technical side of this game, you know, when you can move the ball around, and really, it's about body position, right? It's about, look at this ball over the top, looking for Knight. Knight is wide open. Knight, opportunity, and there it is, 1-0. What a beautiful ball over the top. Jordan Knight runs onto it. He wasn't able to find the back of the net in the round of 16, but here on this Monday night gives a 1-0 lead to Columbus Crew Academy. They're up 1-0.
That was an excellent feed up ahead, and I love how he just throws his right hand up to say, nobody else has to come up, I'll take this myself. Waits for the final, last possible second to release that one, sneaks it right past the goaltender to take a 1-0 lead. And those are the heartbreaking goals, Jonathan. We've talked about it before. Towards the end of halves, if you can get one in and secure the momentum going into halftime, you're playing with house money at that point. Excellent strike to take the lead.
He's assisted by Moroka.
And Moroka with the assist on that play. Great ball over the top. Really a thing of beauty. Look this around that back line. That goal coming in the 39th minute. And really the only shot they've had in this half. Coming off the foot of Jordan Knight. Pratt just puts this one in the middle, and that was good work there by Abraham to keep that in his possession. He makes or misplays that ball. Wide open Sod.
We're talking about a 2-0 game at that point. And then again, that's the benefit of just sending the ball on goal. You never know. You get deflections. We've seen a lot of goals result because of those.
Just joining in, Columbus Crew just scoring a goal opening up here in the 39th minute from Jordan Knight, assisted by Coleman Roca. Now Messi on his left foot. And Messi, that one's poked away and out for another corner. Not always about how you start, it's about how you finish, something we talk about a lot when it comes to the game of soccer. You know, a lot of teams will come out sometimes, you know, on all cylinders, will have a lot of high energy. It's really hard to maintain that for 90 minutes. We're seeing an LAFC team that, hey, they have done a fantastic job to get here, and they have shown why they deserve to be here as this ball played in from Messi. And now numbers. All played to this near side, looking for Jamfi. That one's good work. That's Kaun now. Real one. Edgar. Dispossessed by Rincon. Clean play, says the referee. Jamfi back into Rincon. All up. That might be just too much pace as it will go out. So under 3 minutes to go here, plus stoppage time in this first half. So we'll see a throw in here on this near side. Goal coming in the 39th minute. Scored by number 19, Jordan Knight. Kaun plays inside to Edgar. Go on. A little overlapping run from Dutra. Again, Columbus is okay sitting back. Yeah, they're playing the transitional game here. They're letting Ole come at them, and hey, they've managed it so well so far here to this point. It's worked. Look at this. This is an opportunity now. Finding Edgar. Edgar from about 25 yards out. Edgar in the Sidibé looking for Messi. This one will be cleared out towards that far corner. Good work from Jordan Knight. Ball deflects into the 18 and.
Yeah, John. It's like a someone who's, you know, on the attack and someone who's really a counterpuncher. That's their thing. Right now they're just playing a defensive brand and they're just waiting to really strike back. And again, on the goal that they did get, they did exactly that. Clear breakaway.
All over the top. It's broken up. Little shove there. Zachary went down. We're in the 45th minute, waiting on confirmation of how much stoppage time we will see. I can't imagine it being more than 2 minutes. Almeida with this switch. Good ball up here to Precis. Precis into the 18. Oh, cut back now. Precis slots it for Saad. Oh, what a great save that was. Now Rincon, and that one goes up and over. So 2 minutes is what we will see here for stoppage time. A good look. What a great ball that was, though, is from Almeida. He put that one right where it needed to be.
Well, I love Prestis looking for that one extra pass. But at the same exact time, if you're in that position, may as well just take it. You got 7 of them so far this year. Trust your own leg. See if you can't fit it in.
Settle down. Dutra. Now Christopher Rogers. It's funny, every time I say his name, I think Christopher Robin Winnie the Pooh. I know it's not the same thing. It's not, but I'm telling you, every time I think of saying Christopher Rogers, I'm thinking Christopher Robbins. And that could be a compliment. I don't know. I don't.
It could be.
I mean, I
doubt he would know what you're talking about, but.
Oh, come on, man. They made a whole movie about Christopher Robin.
Now, Winnie the Pooh was my favorite. I'm a few years older than some of the players out here tonight.
Ball over the top, looking for Jamfi. Way back to Knight. Scored the goal back in the 39th minute. Now Rincon. He'll cut back. Well, good little touch inside for Saad and Knight, but out comes Abraham, makes a save. About 30 seconds left to go here in this half. Jamfi in for Saad. Broken up. Referee will blow the whistle, and that is where this first half will end.
At the half, your Crew Academy leads Ole FC 1-0.
Well, here we are at the end of the first half. A 39th minute goal from Jordan Knight. All the difference here in this one. Nathan, any thoughts here before we head to break?
Well, it's a matchup of two differing styles of play right now. Ole FC is trying to force the issue. They got a handful of corners. They got a lot of shots close to the goal. Messi, I feel like, is just knocking on the doorstep of finally leveling this game. But for Ole FC, it's all about counterpunches right now. It's about waiting until they get the ball back and then utilizing all the space they have in front of them to score in transition. They've already done so wonderfully once, looking to add to that. But right now, as it stands, just a 1-0 game going into half.
That's right. It's 1-0 here from Lower.com Stadium. The Columbus Crew Academy in the lead. Who will win this game? 45 minutes to go. Will it be the Crew or will it be Ole FC? We'll find out when we come back.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Lo que me gusta de cricket es la velocidad del internet y su precio económico.
Una red 5G es música para mis oídos. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Hi, my name is Paul Caligiuri, National Soccer Hall of Famer. I'm here today with Sportsy, the official training app of the UPSL. Download the app today and take your game to the next level.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Tengo un equipo para mis redes sociales y todos creando contenido con cricket.
5G para empezar la fiesta. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Sports performance data are everywhere. Knowing how to use that data is the key to a competitive advantage. That's why we developed StatLink. StatLink software turns your data into the information you need to improve team and player performance, assess player ability, track progress, or discover the perfect lineup, all from your phone or iPad. StatLink. Know your team. Official stats provider of the UPSL.
Here at VIO, we believe that sport plays an important part in our world and our societies. Technology can amplify sport's positive impact, and our mission is to make sports technology accessible to all.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Lo que me gusta de cricket es la velocidad del internet y su precio económico.
Una red 5G es música para mis oídos. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Hi, my name is Paul Caligiuri, National Soccer Hall of Famer. I'm here today with Sportsy, the official training app of the UPSL. Download the app today and take your game to the next level.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Tengo un equipo para mis redes sociales y todos creando contenido con cricket.
5G para empezar la fiesta. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Sports performance data are everywhere. Knowing how to use that data is the key to a competitive advantage. That's why we developed StatLink. StatLink software turns your data into the information you need to improve team and player performance, assess player ability, track progress, or discover the perfect lineup, all from your phone or iPad. StatLink. Know your team. Official stats provider of the UPSL.
Here at VIO, we believe that sport plays an important part in our world and our societies. Technology can amplify sport's positive impact, and our mission is to make sports technology accessible to all.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Lo que me gusta de cricket es la velocidad del internet y su precio económico.
Una red 5G es música para mis oídos. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Welcome back here into Lower.com Stadium. We're here at the half, about 5.5 minutes to go here before we get back underway, and we'll be back in the press box. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wangler here in the press box from Lower.com. And let's talk about that first half. You know, for a good chunk of that first half, OLAFC really controlled play. They had the better of the opportunities, and really only thing that we saw out of Columbus in that first half was really the goal that they scored on that counterattack, a ball over the top. I know some of you at home are saying, hey, maybe it was offsides. Unfortunately, there's no VAR. This is amateur soccer. But what does Ole FC have to do here in this second half to get back in this game?
I like their strategy. I like what they're doing right now. You talked about more of. Well, the one thing that Ole FC has more of right now is shots on goal. And early in that first half, they were able to dominate time of possession, put themselves in good opportunities. Messi in particular was one of those guys that had several opportunities in front of the net. I like what they're doing. What they need to do is make sure that they don't have any big defensive lapses, because I feel like they went so far out in terms of the attack and being attacking in that first half that they let a couple of gaps defensively slip. And so that was a big thing for Ole FC. And on the other end, for Columbus, it's just a matter of continuing to play their slow, methodical, counter-puncher kind of approach and capitalize on that.
Well, that's right. I couldn't agree with you more. There's 4 minutes to go. We come back here. We'll see if Ole FC has an opportunity to get back in this one or if Columbus can hang on.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Lo que me gusta de cricket es la velocidad del internet y su precio económico.
Una red 5G es música para mis oídos. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Hi, my name is Paul Caligiuri, National Soccer Hall of Famer. I'm here today with Sportsy, the official training app of the UPSL. Download the app today and take your game to the next level.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Tengo un equipo para mis redes sociales y todos creando contenido con cricket.
5G para empezar la fiesta. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Sports performance data are everywhere. Knowing how to use that data is the key to a competitive advantage. That's why we developed StatLink. StatLink software turns your data into the information you need to improve team and player performance, assess player ability, track progress, or discover the perfect lineup, all from your phone or iPad. StatLink. Know your team. Official stats provider of the UPSL.
Here at Veo, we believe that sport plays an important part in our world and our societies. Technology can amplify sport's positive impact, and our mission is to make sports technology accessible to all.
Welcome back into Lower.com Stadium here in Columbus, Ohio. It's the UPSL National Quarterfinals matchup. With the Columbus Crew Academy up 1-0 at the half over Ole FC from Ansonia, Connecticut. Jonathan Turner alongside my broadcast partner Nathan Wangler. If you're watching Monday Night Football, well, we don't love you anymore.
Monday Night Football.
It is Monday Night Football here from Columbus, Ohio, and we're excited to have you along for the ride. The Columbus Crew getting a goal in the 39th minute from Jordan Knight. We'll take a look at that goal here again right now. As they'll put that on your screen. Look at that ball, though, over the top from Mroka. They're going to say he's offside, but couldn't tell you. But look at this. Jordan Knight, he puts it home, and they're up 1-0 here at the halftime break.
And it's one of those things, Jonathan, you were mentioning, maybe it was offsides, maybe. But, one thing Coach will always tell you is you don't want to let the game come down to the referee. Don't let them make the final decision on whether or not you win or lose. And that one was just too close in order to call, for the defense. And you saw some of the hands shoot up for Ole FC the minute that pass was made. And, again, I understand, but you can't have slips like that.
No, you cannot. What a fantastic view we have here from the press box at Lower.com Stadium as you look off to our right. MLS Cup 2008, MLS Cup 2020, and 2023 to that MLS Cup as they got number 3 here this past Saturday with a victory over LA Force 2-1. I was watching it. Well, I had double duty on Saturday. I had to call a college basketball matchup, and then I had a chance to watch the game on my phone from the restaurant that I was eating at after the fact. But we are moments away here from the start of this second half. 45 minutes to go. And Ole FC, they have some pieces. They have the ability to get back into this game. And really the flow of play has come through Messi. When he has gotten the ball, he has really created the opportunities here for Ole FC. If they have a chance to get back in this one, it is going to come from that man.
That's why I love the idea of just continuing to get the ball back on his foot. He's had more than a few opportunities just outside the box or just inside the box, and he's been driving them towards the goal. And again, with more of those opportunities, we talked about it during the first half, you continue to put the ball on net, good things are going to happen. So I think on a couple of those plays for Ole FC, they just got a little too cute towards the goal, but continue to just shower that goaltender here for for Columbus. Just continue to pelt Nathan Salerno and hope that maybe you get a deflection in front that you can take advantage of, level this game up at 1.
Don't believe that there were any changes for either side. Didn't see that from the fourth official here as we are moments away from getting this thing back underway. Lars Svensson is watching from Sweden, so far that is the furthest away we've seen anyone watching and tuning into this game. As we are back underway from Columbus, Ohio, Lower.com Stadium. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wangler as the Columbus Crew in the all-yellow kits now left to right on your screen. And Ole FC in the all-white kits going right to left. Hey, if you're watching this game, tell us where you're watching it from. If you're saying your living room, maybe a little more specific. Jordan Knight almost fouled. They are going to call a foul. We do have someone watching from Sweden. That is the furthest place so far in the world that we have heard is watching this one. That is the beauty of YouTube, right? That's the beauty of streaming now on platforms like YouTube. The ability to watch a game from anywhere in the world, anytime. We're happy to be able to bring that to you here from Lower.com Stadium. Look at this run. Wow. That was Christopher Rogers. Now here comes Ole FC as Edgar goes down, pulled down just outside the 18. And here's a glorious opportunity for them to pull one back and equalize this game.
And a good job selling that one too by Edgar. We saw a lot of similar plays in the first half that were let go, not whistled down. That time Edgar able to sell it just enough in order to draw the whistle, and one of the better opportunities for Ole FC in this game so far.
Okay, someone's watching from Dubai. I think they win.
International sport, too. That's the beauty of soccer. You're going to get viewers from all over the place.
Dutra stands over this one along with Arthur. Looks like Dutra will take this one low, just past Salerno, but he gets a touch. Salerno, it looks as though he's not getting touches, but this is the third save he's made tonight that has been low and pushed just wide.
Death taxes and good goaltending for the Columbus Crew.
Death and taxes and the same thing. Okay, as Messi plays this one in, headed away. Interesting. Someone said they're watching from my mom's house. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, that's just...
You're zoomed too far in. Zoom out a little bit.
I was going to say. I don't know if she knows how to operate YouTube, so you're probably not watching. So wrong, but so funny at the same time. Ball played back to Abraham. That was a tough ball to get under control, and he'll clear this one up, but not out of danger. Well, that one's given away, and Jordan Knight now with that speed we talked about up this near side down by the end line, slots this one into the 6, and Abraham comes up with it.
Yeah, look how quickly they try to flip the field too. Not wasting any time, just quickly getting back to it and trying to get back on the offensive side. Maybe catch Columbus out of position a little bit.
Derbyshire, England is another one where this is being watched. Atlanta, Georgia. Norwalk, Connecticut. North Carolina, the North Pole. There's one. Your Santa's workshop is this one put up Sakurai. That one cleared up and out.
Well, the early Christmas present for both of these two teams is sitting out in the media room right now. That big, shiny, silver trophy they got going on. But Santa can only deliver for one of these two teams tonight.
They are asking us our score predictions at this point. Oh, undercut almost there from Siddiby. Ball inside to Messi. Messi inside the 18. Siddiby lays it back. And Mateus, they'll go all the way back with this. So we're going all the way back. Is that one too much pace for Edgar's? I think we do have a sub on the pitch. Number 18. For OLAFC. That is Leo Gago for OLAFC. All inside for Saad. Saad cuts back. Good defensive work there from Kaun.
And I love the physicality here. Trying to fight for positioning, but see a little bit of a forearm extension that time. It's going to get whistled down.
So Linmore gets a touch, and that falls in the middle of the park and knocked out wide here to this near side to Siddiby. Seeing now, you're seeing something we didn't see in the first half really from OLAFC, which was really playing the ball wide. They worked the ball out wide at times, but they really tried to find Messi and build through him at the top of the park. Because now you're seeing Wooten, inside for Saad. Saad puts this one towards the 12, and that one cleared away. Edgar tried to spin out of that one. He did not. Fouled by the Crew. And when I say why, they weren't switching the point of attack as they are now. We've seen that now 2 or 3 times here in this second half where they're trying to really stretch and get wide out to the touchline on either side. And I'm not sure if that's the direction that they would want to go in this game. They were really effective, really going through the middle of the park and putting the ball out wide and letting Messi kind of create some havoc and create some space. And you're seeing this one over the top now. Sidney runs onto it. That actually might have touched off the crew. Nope, they're going to say goal kick. Someone's watching from Brazil. Florianopolis, Boston, Massachusetts, Delran, New Jersey, South Africa. A lot of different places. You all are tuning in here tonight.
Just trying to touch every continent at least once.
That's right. Is now Jamfi. Jamfi puts this one in towards Rincon. A real one will win the head. Good cut back by Sacre. Look at this. He might take a shot from distance. Testing Salerno. Ooh. And Salerno is super close to going over the goal line. Wow. That one almost snuck in.
Leo Gago, the new player into the game for Ole FC. He only put that one through.
Replaced Dutra.
He only put the goalie in the goal.
Trying to find that ball. It's like being in the outfield. You got to track, you got to first find out where the flight of the ball is and then track it down. And
only new thing for a goaltender, you have to make sure that ball doesn't cross the line. Doesn't matter if you have it in your hands. If you're standing in your own goal, it counts just the same.
Oh, that's great combination plays. Now Jordan Knight, who scored the goal back in the 39th. Back post for Precious, and that one cleared away. Good defensive work there from Shaq. Not Shaq, as we know, as Shaquille O'Neal, but Shaq here on OAFC.
Now there's a look at the save again. Great awareness, too. Up on his toes right when he caught that, just kept it outside the line. And I mean, if he's one step further back, that's in.
It's heads up play, though, from Gago.
Yeah, here it is. Oh, unbelievable.
Liam says major props to the Columbus Crew for playing this match in their main stadium right after winning the MLS Cup. No, it's.
I do have to laugh about the fact that they got about 95% of the confetti.
Oh yeah, you can.
It's still sparkly down there.
It's so pretty.
Just work that into the design of the field. I like it.
Gabriel Amada is watching from Kitchener, Ontario, home of FC Berlin, which plays in the UPSL Midwest East Conference. Columbus Crew actually beat Hamtramck City in the first round of fall playoffs. Oh, look at this. Messi's open. He's got Sacre, but plays it instead right at Salerno.
Well, an excellent job there defensively by the Columbus Crew, forcing Messi to go with his left. We talked about that during the first half. That's not his strong foot. He would prefer to go with his right, but directionally forced him back to his left that time and just rolled an easy one right at the goaltender he could collect.
Both these teams fighting for a chance to play another day. That day coming February the 2nd and February the 4th. That's right, both these teams, one of them will go on and play in the national semifinals on Friday, February the 2nd in Irvine, California. The other will travel home, one further than the other. Well, that one's given back, and now ball inside to Messi. Messi into the 18. Messi with the left foot, and that one's blocked. Sacre has the ball back, lays it off for Sidibe. Back post. Now Gago one time, and that one goes wide. So a mistake there by the Columbus Crew, giving that ball up, and you found Messi, and he looked another shot with his left foot. That was blocked on its way towards Salerno.
Well, a decent job going back post here. Gago just a little late getting there. If he's there quicker than that, he's going to have a great chance there in the corner. But, again, just a few steps too late getting to that ball.
Something we talk about a lot, Nathan, and it's coming in the comment section about, fans and not being obviously fans, maybe hears. Now it looks like Zoe. Referee's going to come over. We've got a situation here. I'm not quite sure what's going on. So yellow card to a bench personnel here. Looks like an assistant coach.
Wow.
For OLAFC. But, we talk about this. It's soccer, the fastest growing sport in this country. It's been that way for many, many years. And there's a lot of sports that are coming up. You talk about pickleball and things like that are growing as well. But
right.
When you start talking about what it takes in a team sport environment like this, soccer is the fastest growing sport. And teams from all around the country are popping up, and they're investing time and energy and money into their communities in order to do something special, right? It's not just about playing soccer. It's about a community. It's about fans coming together and doing something good, right? And it doesn't just happen overnight. We talk about Detroit City FC all the time in Detroit, which was a grassroots team that started with just some friends wanting to have some fun. It turned into a USL League championship team. Look at this one into Messi. Messi lays it off, and that one will be knocked out off Lindmore. But you talk about that. It takes time to build, right? And I think when you start saying, hey, this league is continuing to grow, it's 100% true. And as teams and communities get more involved, they're going to want to go out and show up for games like this. This ball played in, and Salerno will just let it go right into his hands. But it does take time to build, and there are some teams that have a ton of following. Chicago Nation has like 50,000 fans on Instagram, and they have a great following for home games. It just takes some time to build, and I think a lot of it has to come also from not only from each league, but the national level from the UPSL to help kind of draw more fans into these games, getting the youth involved. But no, you're right. This league is growing. It's the largest men's amateur league in the country, and it's got a $20,000 prize for winning the whole darn thing. So it'll continue to grow. Salerno clears this one up towards Rincon, runs right into pressure. But one back now. Look at Saw. Can he get there? Oh, he swings and a miss.
And the biggest area of growth has been the youth level. And a lot of these guys aren't too far removed from that level, and we're continuing to see more teams pop up. And, even talking to some of the coaches over on the west side of the state of Michigan, they've talked about how that's the community aspect of it and the kids. That has been the area where it's grown the most. And obviously in the U.S., it's a different challenge. You're competing with the other major sports and American football, but I think it's finally, culture-wise, it's starting to get there.
You saw a slide tackle there as the ball was going out. That's probably the right call there. And I know there's a conversation between the amateur game and talking about this, and the UPSL. It's semi-professional, right, and not necessarily amateur. So I don't know how the differentiation between the amateur game and the semi-professional, but semi-professional, right, they're one step away, in the tiers of playing professional. Whether that be in USL Championship, MLS Next, or even going overseas and playing somewhere overseas. So not amateur, but semi-professional.
And again, being one step away, I don't think there's anything that serves as a better incentive than playing in a building like this. And even someone like myself, as an aspiring broadcaster, sitting in a press box like this kind of reminds you of what the ultimate goal is. So another level to that cool opportunity, but it also gives these organizations a chance to develop players in-house, which is, I think, something that every team believes they have the right formula for developing players, but only a select few can say that they've actually won it at the highest level. And for a team that won it, again, the MLS Cup just a few short days ago, they've figured out a formula for developing players, and so it's nice to see that on display here at this pitch tonight.
We're going to see a substitution. Rilwan will come off. Lucas Mikel will step in. Someone just asked, someone made a statement here, in the comment section about Messi preferring, his left. He takes corners with his left. Well, but his actions in this throughout this match here tonight, where he pushes the ball to his right foot to take a shot, has kind of shown that when it comes to shooting, that he might prefer to shoot it with his right. Whether that be the case or not, that's just what his body is showing here tonight.
It's just the eye test. It's just what we've seen.
So as this ball played in, then Mroko cleared out towards Rincon. And now here comes Rincon. Taken down. Nope, he's still up. And Roca out wide. Always interesting to see how players will show up when they're subs onto the field. Cold, right? It's a cold environment. It's 36 degrees out here tonight. I'm sure it's actually probably a little colder compared to what we've seen the last couple of days. 50 degrees, and rainy a little bit here and there. It rained here in Columbus on Saturday. Say offsides on Mohamed Saad. Ball played in. Now another offside. So offside to offside. So oftentimes you'll see that.
And that's just something you have to get used to, too. If you're going to play here in Columbus, if you're going to play at the highest level, you got to get used to that cold a little bit. And it gets chilly, especially late in the year. Obviously, the goal is California, and that's a far different story, but just is what it is at this point of the year.
And someone did talk in the comments about why is there such a delay, and really it's because this game's in the Midwest, and you can't send these teams to Arizona right now to do a game in January. So they get these games off earlier for the teams here that are going to be playing more colder weather, and the teams that are in more warmer weather will play their games in January leading up to the national finals. So that is why this game is being played here in December. I like cold weather, though. I like dressing up and getting warm. I'm cold right now. I'm not going to lie. Messi now on the ball. Got two defenders around him. Oh, good work. Into the 18. On his right foot. Puts us one in. Now that's a shot off Edgar. It deflects out. It's inside the 18 and just could not find a way to poke that one in towards Salerno. Arthur back into Messi. 9 guys behind the ball for Columbus. This one actually deflect off Jordan Knight and go out for a corner.
And there's another example of what you were talking about strategy-wise for this Ole FC team right now, trying to work it out wide, cross into the box. They get themselves another corner, and what has been a laundry list of corners so far here today for this Ole FC team. They're putting themselves in good position. Just have to get one through.
Lead taking this one is actually Mikel. Is this one played in towards that near post? Salerno with a punch. So Mroka now on the move here with Columbus, and that one just too much pace. Gago. Zach Rafe looking for Messi, but Rincon comes in. Met by immediate pressure and a one-time shot from Gago, and that one will not deflect, go out for a goal kick.
I'll tell you what, Gago's not afraid to fire from anywhere. I've already seen that upon his entry here in half number 2.
66th minute. 24 minutes to go in this one. 1-0 in favor of Columbus Crew Academy. They scored a goal in the 39th minute. Compliments of Jordan Knight. Watching it here from Laura.com Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. PSL National Championships on National Quarterfinals on YouTube. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wangler on the call. We appreciate you stopping by here tonight and watching this one. Now all 562 of you. Good transitional moment here now for the Crew. Jordan Knight. That was a pass, just did not go the direction he wanted. I think, to be fair, any team. There's a comment just came in that they might be overwhelmed being in the stadium. That could be the case. This isn't 25,000 fans screaming right now. I know you're playing in a very big stadium. I don't know if that plays right now, based on the fact that there's not a lot of people here, because that adds the component, I think, to making it more overwhelming. I just think that right now, OLAFC their execution is just not there.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is it comes down to execution, because in terms of opportunities, they've had a handful of them right in front of the goal, a lot of corner kicks. I think it's their set pieces right now that they're just not quite executing on, and that's why Columbus is holding on to that 1-0 lead. And right now, defensively, Columbus is just doing every little thing they can. The amount of blocks in front of goal that they've had is impressive. You also can't doubt Salerno and the ability that he's had to keep his team in the driver's seat.
So Wooten dispossessed. On one back by Rincon. Rincon, good move. Rincon switches. Wide of a side, Roca! That one goes in. 2-0. Rincon wins the ball back, slots it far side to Colin Roca, who puts it inside netting. 2-0 here in favor of the Columbus Crew.
Great move, back towards the middle, nice and easy, right on his front foot. Didn't try to rush it at all. That's a great sequence, that time by the Columbus Crew, and some much needed insurance here at the 68.5-minute mark.
So a 69th minute goal from Colin Roca, giving the Columbus Crew a 2-0 lead here under 21 minutes to go. And I have seen teams here before. We have seen teams that have gone down 3-0 at halftime and found a way to come back and win games. OLAFC has the ability to do that. They've just got to find a way here, settle things down. They've had a lot of opportunities here in the final third. They just have not been able to convert. And sometimes, it might take a lot of times of you just kind of going at him and giving yourself that chance. This ball played towards him, Roca. Sub on the field for Columbus Crew. As this ball switched towards this near side, and Sacre. Inside, Edgar finds Messi. Messi puts this one back in back post, and that one goes just wide. That was Mikel, who had a clear head, just could not get it on frame, and that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, that was an excellent pass that time by Messi to Mikel, who was right in front, and it's just a matter of getting the right deflection off of that header. You see Columbus just comfortable playing small ball, and now they can really kind of shift gears into that slower pace.
Messi is fighting hard there. Bron Rayo is now on the pitch for Columbus. Ball back to Arthur. Battle on that far side. Mikel finds Gago. Into the interior for Mateus. He loses the ball. There are a lot of MLS teams that have put, their their lower teams into this UPSL league. This is not the first MLS team to do that. There are more to come. And it just shows you what this league can do, right? There's a reason why you're putting a team in this league for the Columbus Crew, right? And the reason is that you're giving these players an opportunity to play against just different levels of competition, right? And if they can do that, right? Because you've got players who are playing college. You've got players who have played college, maybe played some semi-professional someplace else. There are players that played professionally in this league. And it gives them a different look because if the goal is to challenge players, right, Nathan? The goal, if you're looking to build a player, make them stronger, is to put them in positions where they're playing against opponents who are stronger, better, more physical. Those things will help breed a better outlook for future opportunities for these young men, and the MLS recognizes that here in the UPSL.
Well, and it's using the one thing that every sport has become more and more familiar with over the years, and that's analytics to develop growth in these players. Oftentimes, a lot of them are similarly talented. The only difference is what do you do to put them in good position so that they can continue to work on their game and play at the highest level. And again, it comes down to the certain organizations. What approach do you take to do that? But you best believe the MLS squad is looking at these games and figuring out who can we use, who can we call up to get that chance at the next level.
So a free kick here coming up for LAFC. This is Arthur standing over the ball. That one's going to say hit off the head. We're going to see a substitution coming on here for LAFC in a few moments.
Really impressive how comfortable Columbus is playing the ball in their own zone, too, with how many bodies that are dedicated for LAFC to that side of the field. Just really comfortable passing it back and forth between their goalie and really tic-tac-toeing their way up the field, as opposed to taking those deep shots.
So Welder Castro will step in here now in place of Shaq. So he's going to go up. So they're going to bring in Castro on a more offensive-minded game plan here. So Sacre. Messi turns. Caught up, but won back by the Crew. Ball's knocked out. If you're just joining us, a goal in the 39th minute from Jordan Knight and a goal in the 69th minute from Colin Roca, giving Columbus Crew a 2-0 lead. On this Monday night, December the 11th. It's hard to believe, man, I'll be 42 on Friday. I keep saying that. It's 4 days from 42.
Happy early birthday, by the way.
I appreciate
Sam,
that.
our producer, gives us a round of applause back behind us. You can't hear that on the broadcast, but we're all very happy for Jonathan Turner.
I'm not happy that I'm turning 42. I don't know if that's... I was not trying to allude to me being happy. I was just saying that it's hard to believe that I'll be 42.
That's young nowadays.
I don't feel 42. I feel 70. But
physically 70, mentally about 21.
Traveling to Chicago. This one's given away to Mroka. Mroka puts it inside. That one's deflected, but Mroka on that one will deflect on its way to Abraham. But, it's funny. I'll be traveling to Chicago on Friday, so basically hitting a good chunk of the Midwest here this week.
Yeah.
As we went through Columbus. Maybe I'll slide into Indiana for a minute. Well, we will actually slide into Indiana for a few minutes on our way into Chicago. So I'll basically hit the Midwest in its entirety this week as this ball inside from Maiden. Now Mroka's right there in the 18, and Mroka, Abraham comes up with it.
You hit the exciting one first. Ohio, then Indiana, then Illinois.
You think Ohio is more exciting than Illinois?
That's the joke.
Our producer just got offended. I said I think Illinois is a better state than Ohio. I mean, nothing
against Ohio. You're great. You're great. A lot of young Very young, hip vibe around here. Isn't that what we said in the first half?
Hey, I've played more soccer and been to more soccer games in Ohio than I have in Illinois, so. But our very own producer last night, Sam, was at the Cleveland Browns game yesterday.
All right.
Watching Mr. Was it Joe Flacco getting back into the mix, right? Pretty cool to see. Look at this sack rate. Looking for Edgar. A touch there from Rodgers. We'll let that one go out. I would have gotten the corner, but Edgar wanted it still at his feet. He cuts the corner and puts us one back post to Gago. Gago on his left foot, puts his one in the mix, headed way back to Precious. Oh, good work. Now we're going to see an advantage. Rincon switch to that far side. That's Jordan Knight. Jamfi. Jamfi cuts back. Good defensive work from Arthur. One just given away. 78th minute. I want to see Ole playing higher. They don't have enough players up top. Whether you win 5-0 or 2-0 or 2-1, doesn't matter. Get some numbers forward. Messi's dropping further back now in the midfield. Now Rayo. Just taking their time. Columbus doesn't need any more goals. They'll take one.
Yeah, but if we thought they were playing slow in the first half, once they got that second goal, came to a halt.
Edgar wins it back for Ole FC. Inside to Messi. Messi was looking to find a way to thread the needle there into Castro. It's broken up. So Rincon brings it up over midfield. Precious. Got Rayo top into the 6, and that one picked up by Abraham. .645 Eastern, 5:45 Central, 3:45 Pacific, and 4:45 Mountain. I think I got it right. I think I got it. So wherever you're watching right now from around the world, United States, it's 2-0 here in favor of the Columbus Crew. 80th minute, 10 minutes to go here plus stoppage time. Ole FC in a hole. Went down 1-0 in the 39th minute, and then 2-0 in the 69th. Ball over the top, looking for Castro. Castro is right there. Should have taken the shot, decided not to. Castro now tries to fire one through traffic. Solano gets a punch on it. Solano is having a night. He has had numerous saves here tonight. Some of them don't look like they're saves that would matter, but he has gotten his hands on a lot of balls going towards the far post. That punch there extremely critical, because if that ball goes back post, it's an easy open look goal for Ole FC. Young goalkeeper. This ball played inside towards Castro. Now Messi. Messi, good ball. Back to Messi. That one was looking to slot towards Castro and out for a corner. So we're going to see a corner kick here taken by Lucas McCall. I'll play toward that near post, towards top of the 18. That's Gago. Gago goes down just outside the 18, and a free kick. at like the 18th and a half yard box area. I mean, you couldn't be any closer to the 18. Something that the fan at home, if that foul is on the line, that's in. So that is extremely close to a penalty shot. Referee will set the wall with 10. Vanishing spray out here tonight. Here is a moment here for Ole FC to get back in this game. Pull one back. Look at the replay here. I mean, he was on the line. I mean, that's a penalty shot.
That's right there.
You know, that is a PK. But you got a wall. It's 6-man wall. 5-man wall is got Mateus standing all this along with Gago. Gago's going to take this. Gago puts one up and over. You got to get it on frame.
Yeah, he has such a strong leg, and we've seen that on display so far in this game, but in a situation like that, you got to have a little bit more finesse on it. He had a lot of goal to shoot at there, just launched it right over top into about the 6th row.
You got to get it on frame. You got to challenge Salerno. You got to get him to put up a rebound. You know, fire one if you have to right at the goalkeeper. Low, let's skip. Putting it up into the bleachers, not going to get it done.
And this is the trouble with, I know someone a little bit earlier asked us what our final score predictions would be. Sometimes it's so hard to tell because if you were to look at just the opportunities tonight at face value between these two teams and in terms of shots on goal, you'd think Ole FC would be in this game, but just haven't, again, been able to capitalize.
Jamfi puts it in. Oh, that's a good dummy. And Roca cuts back. Oh, he puts it out wide now for Jordan Knight. Jordan Knight, left foot shot deflected and out for a corner. That ball played into Rincon, and then the dummy, right? And then Roca plays it out to Jordan Knight. It's fantastic ball movement here from the Columbus Crew. We're going to see number 17 come on now. Pablo Enrique coming on now here for Ole FC.
Some of the best at moving the ball in this game, too. They kind of have eyes in the back of their head, right? They can sense where their guys are as they're moving up the field. And that dummy pass that we just saw was another great example of it.
Number 17, Pablo Enrique.
Good communication is now. Presses was ball cleared out. That's not a PK. That's out for a corner. I understand he wants it, but
they're going to argue their point regardless.
Oh, you know, that is number 49. You are correct. Tristan Brown came in for Jordan. I apologize. Thank you very much. It was Tristan Brown. Thank you there. I appreciate that. This ball comes in. Abraham. Ritko Dienda from the U17 crew wants a shout out. Sure, we gave you a shout out. We can do that.
Welcome on.
Presses. Just the tight ball movement inside the space like that. That's technical at all levels. Rayo now inside. Oh, look at that dummy now. Jamfi comes out. Jamfi, he misses the open net.
This skip passes have been impressive. I know you're calling them dummies, skips, whatever you want to call them. A couple of them there for the Columbus Crew. And just their ball movement has been the most impressive out of anything here today. And sometimes it looks like they're moving slow, and I know we talked about them being methodical. Here's another look at it. Didn't even touch it. Knew his guy was right behind him, let it just roll right to him. But it's not that they're playing slow necessarily. They're playing smart. They're seeing the field in front of them.
Replacing him is number 50, Jeremiah White.
So Jeremiah White is coming on now, as well as Will King.
Next in the match, Nico Rincon, entering for him.
So 87th minute. 2-0 game here in favor of the Columbus Crew Academy. Playing on the same field that the senior squad won MLS Cup here on Saturday, 2-1 over LA Force. Rayo, Jamfi thought shot, cuts back. Gago, good defensive work, but almost won back by the Crew. Yeah, you know, I know the comments are talking about how, who's better. You know, at the end of the day, I've watched, I can't tell you, thousands of soccer games that we've watched where the better team has not won the game. There are many times you see a team that has had only one opportunity the entire game, and they come away with a victory. You know, that's the crazy thing that stinks about soccer. It also makes it awesome at the same time, is that on any given day, anyone can win. Shots just don't fall sometimes. We have seen time after time again here tonight where OLAFC has had the opportunity to score a goal, and they just have not executed. They have not converted on the opportunity. Columbus Crew scoring in the 39th minute. Free kick here just outside the 18 once again. We've seen, these opportunities, but the Columbus Crew, they scored on their first and only opportunity in that first half of the 39th minute.
And it comes down to maximizing your opportunities, right? And that's exactly what the Crew did. And borderline offsides, maybe, but when you ride that rail, you give yourself a good opportunity of getting out ahead of everybody and potentially getting a breakaway, and that's exactly what they got.
So Columbus Crew did take on FC Cincinnati Academy in the first round of the playoffs, and they beat them 4-3 at Mercy Health Trinity Center on November the 4th. So yes, they did. They actually played 3 times this season. This ball played in. That one's going to find its way in. Somehow it went through all that traffic and into the back of the net. So my goodness, so that's made this one an interesting one. 2-1.
There's another look.
You got that? Was that Castro that got that? Or Arthur?
I believe so.
Somehow that one goes in the 90th minute. And is it a little too late here for that one to matter in this one? I don't know. It depends how much stoppage time we have. Not a lot of subs and stoppages here in this second half, so I'm going to see 2, maybe 3 minutes. So here we are in the 90th minute. I did not see how much.
Indicated there will be at least 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes of stoppage time is now. Here they come once again in OLAFC. Now Caun just went into the box. Does not make it all the way back post. Messi was there contesting Rayo. Messi. Miscommunication as this one cleared out by Rogers. All inside, Messi. Cole cuts back. Puts out wide. I'll put back post. Still inside the 18. Now Arthur goes down. This one cleared up towards midfield. 2 minutes to go. Gago switches to that far side. Ball over the top, looking for Castro. Castro brings it down. Castro tries cutting back. They wanted a handball. They're not going to get it. Under pressure, Cahoon near side to Sidibe. Sidibe puts this one into the box towards that back post, and it's going to fall to Castro. Left-footed shot right at Salerno. Ball thrown out by Salerno. That one will be held up. No wind, just kind of held up there. Last minute of stoppage time. Gago. Tristan Brown gets the head on that. Is now Edgar right there for LAFC. It's good work there by Jeremiah White. Now here come the Crew. Good ball into Rayo. Now the flag will go up though for offsides. Ball was stopped. Referee looked at his watch. Finding Sidibe. Any last minute heroics here for Ole FC. Inside to Messi. Messi's got to get it out wide. He does. Finding Edgar. Edgar taken away, and that one's out for a throw-in. Ball thrown right back in. Edgar looks to put this in back post. Oh, a shot right there from Arthur. Ball inside. And right into the 6. That's probably the last opportunity for Ole FC. My goodness. Castro put it back in. Arthur tried to backheel it and could not get anything on it as Salerno covers it up. The story of the night for Ole FC. They have had many opportunities here tonight. The referee looking at his watch, this ball put up, and Cahoon, and that'll do it. No, they're going to call off sides. I apologize. I thought that was it. Now, this will be the last opportunity here for Ole FC. Little flick, back post, and this one will go to Salerno. And that will be the final whistle.
That's the whistle.
The Columbus Crew in their first time in the UPSL this fall season have punched their ticket into the national finals on February the 2nd and February the 4th.
Yeah, they had to close it out there at the end, and I really don't think there's anything to hang your head about if you're Ole FC. You had plenty of opportunities, obviously made it a close game there at the very end, but I think you got, if there's a man of the match tonight, it's got to be the guy who jumps on the ball right here, Salerno. The amount of goals, the amount of saves he's had tonight, and I mean, he's just gotten a piece of a few soccer balls, but the way he's been able to keep this game, keep this team in this game, he's going to carry him a long ways if he can continue to be in the right position and make the right plays the way that he did today.
No question about that. It was a fantastic game. Fantastic game, and hey, you know what? That's soccer. Again, it can come down to a lot of different things, and missed opportunities is really the theme here tonight for Ole FC, and for Columbus Crew, it's hey, they took advantage of theirs, and they came away here with a 2-1 victory tonight. They made it interesting there at the end with that that kind of a cluster of a goal that happened there in the 89th minute, but. Overall good game, and Columbus Crew Academy have punched their ticket into the national semifinals and finals in Irvine, California. So very, very good game. And any final thoughts, Mr. Wangler?
No, outstanding. Like we said, methodical, just capitalized, maximized their opportunities. I thought their ball movement was just impressive, and this team, they have a real chance to go the distance.
That they do. Want to thank our production crew here at Lure.com Stadium. DeAndre and Nathan, our camera operator. Sam Fisher, our producer. Want to thank all the staff here and people that made our trip and this broadcast a success. we will make our way back now to Michigan here tonight and enjoy a nice drive talking about this matchup. And hopefully you at home who tuned in here tonight enjoyed the match as well. Again, just a phenomenal broadcast. Nathan, man, fantastic job making your debut here on the UPSL, and thank you once again for being here.
Yeah, yes, sir. Appreciate it. Can't wait for the next opportunity. Obviously, this is a great venue, but a lot of good high-level soccer, and no wonder why the game's growing. When you watch games like this tonight, it's an exciting sport to see live and in person, and can't wait to do more of them with you.
No question about that. The final score here from Laura.com Stadium, 2-1 in favor of the Columbus Crew Academy over Ole FC. My name is Jonathan Turner. So long, everybody.